Gang, gang, gang. If you ain't squatted up, we can never be the same. And they got my back like book bags in first grade. I got fire flows, lighters up, cause I'm bringing propane. Bass knock in your head, we can call it rocaine. And I'm gaining the money's lovely and fame. But in this city, we claiming this for the power we aiming. So where your crew at? Cause mine stay ready, but you knew that. And we kill them like Freddy. That's a get up, we don't ever give up. Turn the shit up, this the soundtrack to life. Oh, 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 to life, to life. Oh, 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 to life. That's a get up, we don't ever give up. Turn the shit up, this the soundtrack to life. Oh, 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 to life, to life. Oh, 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 to life. Rolling up in the Bugatti, you call me weird, but don't call me body. City is ours, and look what we started. So where is the money? I'm coming to audit. Chris, we got it. Bars, we got it. Respect, we got it. You know that we don't play. At the end of the day, there's nothing you can say because we made it out the mud now. We finally touched down. Turn the lights off, but you can still see that buzz down. Squad, squad, squad. When you see me, better not raise your hand for the applaud. That's a get up, we don't ever give up. Turn the shit up, this the soundtrack to life. Oh, 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 to life, to life. Oh, 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 to life. That's a get up, we don't ever give up. Turn the shit up, this the soundtrack to life. Oh, 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 to life, to life. Oh, 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 to life. Gang, gang, gang. If you ain't squatted up, we can never be the same. And they got my back like book bags in first grade. I got fire flows, lighters up, cause I'm bringing propane. Bass knock in your head, we can call it rocaine. And I'm gaining the money's lovely and fame. But in this city, we claiming this for the power we aiming. So where your crew at? Cause mine stay ready, but you knew that. And we kill them like Freddy. That's a get up, we don't ever give up. Turn the shit up, this the soundtrack to life. Oh, 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 to life, to life. Oh, 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 to life. That's a get up, we don't ever give up. Turn the shit up, this the soundtrack to life. Oh, 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 to life, to life. Oh, 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 to life. Rolling up in the Bugatti, you call me weird, but don't call me body. City is ours, and look what we started. So where is the money? I'm coming to audit. Chris, we got it. Bars, we got it. Respect, we got it. You know that we don't play. At the end of the day, there's nothing you can say because we made it out the mud now. We finally touched down. Turn the lights off, but you can still see that buzz down. Squad, squad, squad. When you see me, better not raise your hand for the applaud. That's a get up, we don't ever give up. Turn the shit up, this the soundtrack to life. Oh, 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 to life, to life. Oh, 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 to life. That's a get up, we don't ever give up. Turn the shit up, this the soundtrack to life. Oh, 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 to life, to life. Oh, 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 to life. Gang, gang, gang. If you ain't squatted up, we can never be the same. And they got my back like book bags in first grade. I got fire flows, light this up cause I'm bringing propane. Bass knock in your head, we can call it rogaine. And I'm gaining the money's lovely and fame. But in this city we claiming this for the power we aiming. So where your crew at? Cause mine stay ready, but you knew that. And we kill them like Freddy. That's a get up, we don't ever give up. Turn the shit up, this the soundtrack to life. Oh, 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 to life, to life. Oh, 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 to life. That's a get up, we don't ever give up. Turn the shit up, this the soundtrack to life. Oh, 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 to life, to life. Oh, 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 to life. Rolling up in the Bugatti, you call me weird, but don't call me body. City is ours, and look what we started. So where is the money? I'm coming to audit. Chris, we got it. Bars, we got it. Respect, we got it. You know that we don't play. At the end of the day, there's nothing you can say because we made it out the mud now. We finally touched down. Turn the lights off, but you can still see that buzz down. Squad, squad, squad. When you see me, better not raise your hand for the applaud. That's a get up. We don't ever give up. Turn the shit up, this the soundtrack to life. Oh, 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 to life, to life. Oh, 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 to life. That's a get up, we don't ever give up. Turn the shit up, this the soundtrack to life. Oh, 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 to life, to life. Oh, 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 to life.
Welcome in to the Rick Dog Network. Sorry, the timer ran out there. But I think we're up and ready to go. Road to the show. As I was checking my loadouts because they keep stealing all my shoes and my gear because the maintenance. It really sucks that your road to the show is affected by that. They're doing maintenance. So. Oh my God, they dropped me into order. I'm batting fifth. Playing shortstop for the Chicago White Sox. Thank you for joining us here on Road to the Show and the Rick Dog Network. This is where we have our early morning swing session in order. Welcome in. Hopefully I sound good. Give the old thumbs up if anybody's out there. Is anybody even listening to me? Is there anybody out there? Out there. Well, either way, sit back, relax, and strap it down. You have White Sox baseball coming your way. Good guys. Hey, I had that jersey on yesterday.
First pitch coming your way next.
I have the photos. Go check my TikTok. It was Cubs and Sox. Sox dominated. It was excellence from top to bottom. Never a doubt. No, it was a good game. 4-3. Good guys beat the Cubbies, and Cubs fans are all butthurt. You can't even talk shit right now. We're not even good. Don't. Makes no sense. Even Cubs Sox series has gotten sensitive. Do not go check on your Cubs fans. Don't talk shit. Just, I'm sorry your team sucks, and your owners want to build a stadium and not a ball club. We're sorry that Schwarber's hitting home runs in Philly. We're sorry. Fuck out of here. Got your ass whooped. You guys suck. We're not that good, but you guys suck ass. But you're not allowed to talk shit. Because now if you talk shit, you're just beating while they're down. You know, you're kicking somebody out of the fuck out of here. If the shoe was on the other foot, Cubs fans would be doing a fucking rain dance on us right now. So pile on, Sox fans. By all means. They don't give a shit. They just care about the beer tasting good. You see them fighting. You know what? There's another thing. It's 2 days in a row I'm going to rant about this. It's all over the media in Chicago. It's people fighting in the bleachers. Stop fucking publicizing that shit. I mean, I'm telling you, they're just going to keep raising the prices because people keep acting like jackasses. Cubs fans blame it on the Sox fans all the time, but I saw a lot of Cubs fans acting like idiots too. They just don't get reported all the time, but stop it, because that's why you paid $20 for $8 for a hot dog the other day. People don't know how to act, that's why, so they can raise the prices, try to keep the scum out of the fucking stadium. Obviously doesn't work. There's scum all over the place. How are you gonna go to a game and fight? I still don't get it. Somebody talk to me. That ball's hit deep. The crowd looks like they like it way back. Oh, the son of a gun. I didn't get enough of it. 4-0 bad, guys. Why are people fighting so much? And why, they were even talking about it on a frickin'... I saw it. I don't get it. I don't know. Maybe I'm just old-fashioned. Stop fighting at the park. Oh, man, it's funny. I don't get it. And can determine whether or not he can score on that base hit. I can't say shit. I got into a lot of fights when I was younger, but just never inside of a ballpark, No, never where there's cameras. That's a shot. Oh, foul ball. These assholes getting fights. They're fucking... They're front page news. Like, how do you got kids and shit like that was my dad fighting in fucking bleach. Stop fighting, you stupid idiots. Grown ass fucking men doing that shit. Tell you, I've been to a lot of baseball games. That's my favorite place on the planet. Oh, I was all over that shit, but way too fast. Been to a lot. I got a drawer full of 1,000 ticket stubs, from over the years. Never once have I've gotten one time chest to chest with a guy, Cub Sox. The Cubs were up like 9-0. I had enough. And he was talking shit, and I got up, and cooler heads prevailed. Eventually, base hit, first and third. That was as close as I ever gotten, and back in my head, if we were probably in the street, we probably would have rumbled, Probably would have got locked up. It's not like it's never happened before. I got into a lot of brawls being a Catholic leader from Chicago, football player in high school. Like, we used to go around house parties. We never got into too much trouble, but if somebody was talking shit, we'd be known to fight, right? But never in the fucking ballpark. There were just cameras there. Idiots. Take it to the fucking parking lot. But, I don't know. I think one time my cousin got in a rumble. We were in St. Louis. We had a drunken heckler that ever sat in those bleachers, but there were two Cubs fans fighting. You're on the same. Can you possibly be fighting about? You're on the same fucking side. Sorry. It's just the reason it upsets me so much is because I literally know that every time this happens in Comiskey Park or at Wrigley Field, in the early 2000s, we had half price night, right? Can't have nice things. Everything was cheap. Cheap-ass Sox fans could get there on Mondays. And on Mondays and Tuesdays, it was half-price night because we don't go to the fucking ball games because we're too broke and too cheap, right? So what do? They lower the prices for us. So now at least you could get into the ballpark if you're a Sox fan. But then, these idiots, here comes the Rick Dog, as we'll go ahead and the spotlight on the rookie sensation. Look at the backhand. Look at the Derek Jeter-esque throw as I'm telling my stupid stories. Half price night, but then they had idiots running. They had one incident where the guy ran on the field and tried to beat up a Marine umpire who was a former Marine. Fucking Las Diaz. Why would you do that? Idiots. You could tell they weren't real baseball fans, just thugs, fucking gangbangers that were in there because it was half price night. So what happens after that? And then another incident where another Sox fan ran out and attacked the fucking third base coach. Like, we forget about this shit, right? I don't forget about this shit because you know why I don't forget about this shit? Because right after that shit, there goes half price night. The prices of the fucking beer go up through the roof. Like, you don't know how to act? We're gonna charge you $78 for a fucking beer, and he's gone. It's gonna be a fucking force out. I'm not really that upset, but it's stupid. You don't want to see, and then it looks really bad. You know, as Sox fans, you have for so long, you got this reputation of being dirtbags, and we're not. We have a really good time at the park, and we tailgate. We eat good, we drink good. We go to the park. 99% of the fucking people know how to act. So we run on the field and try to beat up an umpire every once in a while. We're scum. Sox fans aren't any better than Cubs fans. Always remember that. Welcome to the Crosstown Classic, where I talk about fans fighting in the fucking stands. Only in Chicago. Stop publicizing it. Stop putting it. I don't know what's happening here. Something bad's happening. Down by 5, and I'm running all over the place. So you got a base hit. And now you got whatever.
Down to number 2 hitter, Josh Young. The wind of the pitch.
I'm so pissed about that. I just think it's so ridiculous. I just think it's so ridiculous. As I run back, settle underneath, make the grab, for professional media sources to be talking about this. You know, it's one thing to read it on some stupid things on the internet, but to hear about it on the ESPN 1000, like, it's a slow work week. That's why you got to. And another thing. So now we'll get into sports for real. The Cubs and Sox, and I guess it's not that. It's just a big deal to us here in Chicago, you know. But you're trying to keep people excited about baseball, right? And a lot of times in Chicago, that was a ball low, but I'm still swinging at it. So it's 0-1. We're down by 5. It's 1-1. A lot of times in Chicago, both teams are out of it by what? June, July, by August, by the All-Star break. A lot of times all we really have is the Cubs and Sox. Just to be excited about, and then it's like a little flash in the pan. It's usually like in June or July when it's nice and warm. And it used to be where they would play 3 on one weekend, go play another series somewhere else, and then play 3 more on the next weekend at each, you know, one at Wrigley, one at Comiskey. Now they and it used to be the perfect time. It used to be a great time. It was like all Chicago baseball week. Even if your team sucked, everybody would just get up and talk shit. And somehow it was still exciting. That was nasty. He gone. I don't even have a hat on. Sorry for not having a hat on. I apologize. This is the first time ever. But now they have it. Fucking beginning of May. It's been 30 degrees out there. These guys look like they're playing. Might as well just play a pickup football game. Nobody gives a shit. Wrigley Field is half full. How about that? Cubs fans? All that shit you talk about filling up your ballpark ain't been full the last couple days, you know. So when it's cold, ain't nobody going to a fucking game. Nobody. The ones that are out there are the people that paid for their season tickets and don't want to eat their tickets. Those are the people that are out there, right? Or the people that are already really drunk, sitting in the bleachers, making a beer snake, which is awesome, I guess. Just the stupidity of a beer snake, but still somehow awesome. I don't drink anymore, but I could appreciate that. I went to Wrigley Field last year for one. It's the first time I'd sat in the bleachers in a long time. And I'm a Sox fan. I used to be a hardcore Cubs hater, like where I would just, I guess maybe if you're listening to this, you probably still think I am. But no, I'm okay with the Cubs. I'm glad they won a championship. I really am. And I really wish they would be good. You know, wish you'd have both teams good in the city. I think it would be great. So I never really root against them, except for when we're playing against them. That's all. Scrubbyville.
We'll be back with the first pitch right after this.
Let's get this going. Thank you for joining me. We're talking Cubs and Sox ridiculousness. So they got both fucking teams playing in one in May, early May, rainy May, and then we'll play another one. 2 more games. So it's 2 games now in May. Now they shortened it from 6 games to 4 games. The only games that really matter to us. That's a duck snort base hit. 1 for 1 here. Let's see if I can steal second. What do you think? Should I go? Give me the thumbs down. I'm going for it. It's rainy. Might be tough to get a start, but it's also tough to get a good throw. So here we go. Now they have it, yeah. So, but that means if the Cubs suck, or even the Sox suck, that the season's over May 29 or May 31st once the season's over, right? Because now you don't even give a shit about anything. That was a bad go. Safe. Yes, I got a bad jump because of the mud. But the pure speed, even though the show has my bag, they stole my loadouts again. Great speed, great natural instinct. So they fucked up baseball here in Chicago. So they got 2 early games in May. You got 2 late in May. So you play 4 games instead of playing at 6. At the wrong time of the year. I mean, it's just, what are they doing there? That just felt good. So it's 2 outs. I'm running on anything. I'm actually going to fast forward here. Thank you for joining me on the Rick Dog Network. We got an early morning rant about publicizing. Why do the media putting fist fights? Like, I try to tell this to my partner. There's a fight every game I've ever went to. They're just nowadays all of a sudden they're just putting it out into the open. So don't believe everything. Like, oh my God, now people are fighting. They've always been fighting. Now people are just recording them and putting in social media, and everybody loves this shit. I don't stop watching people fight. Encourages. That's a shot. It's hanging up there though. So duck snort fell, but the rocket is caught. Irony. Baseball evens itself out. Yeah. So we're stuck with that. But hopefully the Sox remain good and we don't have to. I think their theory, and I understand their theory. Their theory is either way they're going to sell out these games, right? Unless it's a disaster like it was the last 2 games. So why not put it in May where everybody's going to show up no matter what and try to save the weekend games for another big series where you could get more people. But they're stupid. I knew this was going to backfire on them. Just leave it alone. You're making enough money already with the TV revenue. Stop fucking with everything. Just leave it the way it was. I think it'll probably change next year with the idiots. They fuck up something. It's like fucking up the dunk contest, like in the 3-point. Like, let's add props. Let's add this, and let's make him. No, just leave it alone. Home run derby. You could. All right, here we go. Ball 1-0. We're hacking away.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
Good day. It's early morning rise here in the Midwest in Chicago. Thank you for joining me here. On the network, we're talking about idiots fighting in the stands and how the Cubs are terrible and the Sox usually aren't too far behind. And then today we have nothing. There's no basketball. There's no baseball. Which is kind of a relaxation day. We'll do some cleaning and to figure it out, right? That's funny. Thank you for joining me here. Appreciate it. What's your feeling on it? Do you like watching? I know people like watching the fights in the stands, but I guess I'm old all of a sudden. I'm a 2-way starter, so I'm gonna grab my mitt and pitch now. I hate seeing here in Chicago, we've been seeing a lot of fans fighting in the stands, and they're throwing it on Facebook. But not only that, they've been talking about it like on Sports Talk Radio, like, oh, you see the fight in the stand? Like, why are you talking about it? Now other people are going to want to fight. Yeah, I know, but now it's like, why are they talking about it on ESPN 1000? Because now it's publicizing. Now other people are going to want to go to the park. Like, when I would go to the park, I didn't want to get into a fucking fight because I didn't want to be in a jail cell watching it. Do they have TVs by the jail cell? I asked this question yesterday because I want to watch the game. I've been to at least 1,000 games. I've never been kicked out of one game, and I'm an idiot. I've been in drunken fights all my life, even though I'm a recovery. I haven't had a drink in 4 years. But when I did, I used to get in fights in Wrigleyville all the time. But not outside of the park where there's no cameras. Who gets in a fight? These guys, I don't know. Because the problem is, they raised the prices of everything inside the park. So now the beer is already $15. The hot dog is $8 to try to clear out the riffraff. The riffraff, right? Dumbasses. Now everything's all expensive, and the Sox fans can't afford anything. I'm going to the game paying $8 for a hot dog because you want to be on fucking Facebook. Thank you. I'm giving myself. I'm about 3.5 years in. I just round it way up there. Thank you, though. I appreciate it. Yeah, I made the. Yeah, I had a good time. I was a brawler in Chicago streets. I get it. I'm not judging everybody. If you want to fight, but don't do it where it's going to cost me money, and then you're going to look like an idiot. We look like Sox fans, Cubs fans look like morons across the nation because look at these guys, last place teams fighting against each other. Dumbasses. Like I give them the fucking that 70s show, dumbass. They don't even think about it. And the people run on the field too. Like, what's the point? I always really wanted to do it once, see if I could juke everybody out and get to the other side. I had good speed. I had good side-to-side lateral movement, but I never did it because I didn't want to watch the game underneath the stadium in a jail cell. That's why I never did it. Gotta weigh it out. But, pretty soon they're going to start cutting off like the tailgating and stuff like that. Telling you, maybe I'm just being old. Maybe it's just fun. Let me know. Have I officially gotten old? I won't tell you how old I am. You can guess.
Hey, one out here. We got one.
Yeah, I said $10. Those people got free tickets too, right? There's no way they paid for their tickets and got in a fight. Only free. Oh, that's what I want to interview those people. Yeah, I hear you.
And the right-hander deals.
Cubs and Sox, we're talking about the two Cubs fans got into a hockey fight in the bleachers. I've sat a lot in the bleachers. I grew up in the shadows of Wrigley Field. I used to ditch school to go to Wrigley Field and sit there and watch the Cubs blow a lead in the 8th or 9th and then go on with the rest of my day, right? So my high school was mile and a half away, 2 miles, exactly 2 miles. We used to run there for cross country and track.
Well, pretty clear to me. He's
Fucking,
deep right there, but you gotta get
there's fights all the time. In Wrigleyville on the way home. Oh my God, things I used to see. I want to make a movie about it, right? But don't do it when you're on camera. That's a little advice to everybody. Yeah, because they would do it. They would use it as an excuse to like, hey, you guys are all liquored up. They already minimized it. Like it used to be where you could just do it as much as you want before the game and then as much as you want after the game. Now it's down to about like after the game, you kind of got to get the hell out of there right away. So they're, let the people, it's kind of important, to go there and have a good time for Sox fans, to let loose. It's one of the better things. Ruin it for everybody else. Like, it's already $20 for a fucking beer. I'm just, I don't even drink anymore. I'm just looking out for you guys.
No score, just getting started, top of the first.
What do we got here? It's 2 outs here. Top of 1. I'm overreacting to people fighting in the stand. I'm just a blue-collar, broke-ass Sox fan, right? Looking out for my people.
Half inning complete. We've got no score.
Plus, you just look like jackasses. That's the most important thing. When that happened in the early 2000s, the Sox fans ran on to the field and beat up an umpire. And 2 more fans ran on, and a separate incident ran on and tried to beat up a third base coach from Kansas City. After that, a lot of changes were made at the ballpark. And now you're starting to see signs of it again. So stop fucking around. Giving us a bad name as Sox fans. Go fight at Murphy's like the rest of everybody else. Wrigley Field.
A little bit of a low
got
zone
the-
boot from Clyde. Nothing crazy though.
Cooking the fight in the alley behind Murphy's like every other drunken idiot. That's where you do your fighting in Wrigleyville. Not in the bleachers.
2-0 is in for a strike. Fans don't really understand the familiarity and relationship players and coaches have with umpires. I mean, you see these
Oh, the
guys a
atmosphere is
lot.
awesome, yeah.
These guys
You just
are
don't.
out there
Other
trying to do their
things
best and perform at a high level. So
to ruin it.
you
It's kind of
respect
important.
that, I think,
There's not too
over
much,
time. You can
college
build
or
relationships
anything.
with
It's
some
a
of these
kind of a
guys.
let loose thing there in Bridgeport. It's good. Sox fans go let loose. You don't have to go inside and spend $1 million on fucking booze.
Sends it over to Sheets.
A lot of times Sox fans don't get there to the middle of the first, if you pay attention.
Brad Miller
Hang in there.
now. In there for strike
Hang in there,
one.
Sox fans. Cubs fans. As I'm wheeling and dealing here. 6-0 good guys. The two-way sensation, the Rick Dog Network, being a negative Nancy this morning.
Ground ball left side.
Go fight outside of Turtles. Take it away from the park. Costing me money.
2 outs, base is empty. Here's the center fielder, Adolis Garcia.
All right. Welcome in to the network. Talking about
In there for strike
the
one.
Sox putting it on the Cubs. Sox now find themselves in a 3-game winning streak. Trying to turn it around, and maybe you could use the Cubs here as a springboard. Get back into it. They're dealing with the injuries. Andrew Vaughn looks like he's going to go down on a IL. You have a bunch of guys down playing shitty defense because of it, and it's putting pressure on the rest of the team. Able to win 3 in a row against Anaheim and the Cubs. 1 against Anaheim, 2 against the Cubs. Can you capitalize on that? Now I think they have Boston and some East Coast teams to deal with. Thank you for joining us. Talking Cubs Sox. What do we got?
Here's Josh Young. Young, a very strong candidate for Rookie of the Year. He's been a real story, one of the best.
I think so. I think we just need a little something to. I really feel that our team is an offensive juggernaut, right? With even with people being out and hurt, we're gonna have to wait. If the weather gets warm here, you saw it yesterday. Early part of the Cubs game, it was kind of the temperature got up there and the ball started to fly out a little bit. We need it to be warm and humid here. Let these guys get hot and take some of the pressure off the pitching. Because you saw Giolito yesterday. He looks good, right? Kopech throwing 100. He looks good. And then Dylan Cease looks really, really good. You got Velasquez who goes to tomorrow. See if he could continue. And then Dallas Keuchel who looks like poop. But the 3 guys, the young guys at the top look really good. So if you could get some pressure off of them and off of the bullpen. We need it to get nice. It's been really. We've had 2 or 3 nice days. They've been playing in the cold, miserable rain, and I'm just the Latin style team doesn't want to hit. It just can't hit, and they're trying to hit a lot of home runs, putting a lot of. See, what's happening is you had Moncada get hurt. You had Tim Anderson early getting suspended in and out. You had Luis Roberts hurt, Eloy Jimenez, and you never want to use injuries as an excuse, but you could see what happens. I've been watching and paying attention to each game. So now you have first baseman playing everywhere on the defense, right? So you put Andrew Vaughn out in left field. He's a former first baseman. You have Jake Berger at third base. He's a former first baseman. Then you have, that's too many first basemen on the field. They're not playing good defense, and then when your pitching sees that you're not getting good defense, it's putting extra pressure on them, and then everybody's trying to hit, so you're playing pressure baseball. Put yourself 3 or 4 games under 500. It's time, It's tough. If it could get warm and maybe some of those balls start to leave the park. I think it's giving the young guys an opportunity to figure out how to play ball, though. We'll see what happens. I don't know. I agree with that. So I don't see. There's a part of me that it's definitely not excuses. I see something that doesn't look good, So it's definitely a worrisome. Like everybody else has this. Oh, we'll be all right when it's going to be fine. There's a part of me that doesn't think so. And it's too early to say though. Everybody, it's too early. I don't want to. throw. I think that their offense is that good where if they could get healthy, it's going to supersede some of those issues. But can they learn how to get timely hitting throughout the season? Not rely on the long ball. That'd be huge. And maybe this is some sort of test if they could dig out of it without using the long ball here in the cold weather. We'll see. I think they have a good manager, even though a lot of people are ready to run him out of town, which maybe he is old and senile. I can't tell. I think when I hear his interviews and shit, he sounds somewhat coherent. But yeah, the excuses run a little low. At some point, you have to play defense. You have to pitch better, which you've seen the pitching get better. Last 3 days, solid pitching. I have a huge question mark with Dallas Keuchel. I think his career may be done. I don't know. It hasn't looked good the last 3 or 4 starts. So, you got to get it done. You can't just hitting the ball to the warning track every time is just not going to get it done. That's why you find yourself a few games under 500. Yeah, most Sox fans don't. Right now you're 50-50. I was an old school La Russa fan for a very long time, and I loved him. Obviously one of the best managers, whatever you think of him, and I've wanted him back for years. Now finally, when I kind of gave up, they went and got him back. So I was like, I don't know, it might have been a little too late. Now last year, I gave him an opportunity. And not knowing, but he did pretty good. Like he still sounded good. He was still sharp. They had some mistakes, but I don't know. I trust in a manager that, I don't know, I'm old school. You trust in a manager that has that many wins, right? I just trust. You hear him talk. He has a philosophy in baseball that most people don't. He lets his coaches do their thing, which they're great. That's the key to their coaching staff, or the pitching staff, the pitching coach. He lets them do their thing. He just is there as almost like a Phil Jackson type guy where he just tries to instill this winning, aura about him. He just wants everybody to be a winner, so I like him. A lot of people are ready to run his ass out of town, especially with them struggling early on. They don't like the fact, some of the mistakes that he's made last year, and he's made some this year. But I think it's due to a lot of pressure. They don't like his – I'll look down and read what's going down there in a second. They don't like – I question a lot of his lineups that he puts out there when they're struggling. But I used to do that when Ozzie Guillen did it in 05. You can't question what a manager does and how he knows his team. We're here sitting on a couch. I'm going to trust a guy who has the second most wins of all time. That's who I'm going to trust. But we'll see. I don't think he has much left in the tank. You could see the energy running out of him. That's what I think. But we'll see.
Now it's Marcus Semien.
Yeah, I think there's nothing wrong. We've had such a loser's mentality for so long in this city, just settling for mediocrity. And he doesn't settle for that. He's trying to take these young kids and teach them how to, I think I got a piece of him. He leaned into it, right? Son of a, let me hear what do you think? This is bullshit, guys. He fucking leaned into it. I'm not going to say what I got going on here. This asshole put his shit. Welcome, man. Sorry for swearing. Yeah, I respect him. I'm old school, though. It's a lot of new people. You read the statements and you listen to the sports talk. They can't wait to run them out of town because it's welcome to Chicago. We run a lot of people out of town. And he's safe at second, so we got 2 outs. Runner at second. 6-0. Good, guys. As this asshole leans into one, now he's trying to manufacture a run. My type of ball player. Yeah, it's a lot of people don't like him and wish we had it. You know what? In the perfect world, I'll be honest with you, if he could stay in the organization and keep that winning mentality here would be great. And I would love Ozzie Guillen to be back, but I know I'm in the minority on that one too. Ozzie Guillen won a championship here. I think he should be the next manager, but I'm sure they'll go a different direction. There's other guys out there that people talk about, but can't argue what Ozzy did. It would be great if he came in with this Latin-style club. And, oh, man. Oh, but nobody likes him because he talks a lot of shit like me. You know. And the city built him up and then ran him out of town. Now they can't wait to run La Russa out of town. It's just, who'll be next after that? It'll be the guy on the north side. I don't even think he's that good of a manager. He just looks good and everybody loves him in Wrigleyville. Billy Donovan, he'll be gone. The Bears guy, he'll be gone. They'll run you out of town so quick. Very quickly here in Chicago. They'll build you up, chop you down.
Consistent with his command out there on the mound, consistently throwing at the knees. Pretty impressive when a guy can repeat his delivery like this.
Yeah, I agree. It usually ends up like the players usually suck ass and the managers take the credit for it. I mean, the blame for it. They never get the credit for it, right? They always get the blame. But it's a cycle here. I've seen. Think about it. We've had Phil Jackson, Mike Ditka, Ozzie Guillen, all championship, Quinville, all championship managers at some point gone. It's not so much the fans as the media. You have to be careful. The media will latch on. Like once something, they got a little something, they're going to run your ass out of town. Get out of here. All of them. There's not one coach that has made it, left on their own accord in this city. Name one. Name one. Doug Collins. Anyone I could think of. Joe Madden. Don Zimmer. I'll go back. Tony La Russa was here back in the 80s, and he got fired by Hawk Harrelson. They fired him, and then he went to Oakland. It was, oh, brother. One of the stupidest decisions. Oh, I hung that one. 'Cause I got a good one going on here. If you're paying attention, this is a good game. The last time I jinxed it. I'm not doing it this time. He gone. We're rolling along here. Yeah, in Chicago, the media is a little goofy. It's like it's not nearly. It's tougher in New York, right? But it gets a little stupid here in Chicago because most of the time the teams suck, right? They're just looking for shit to talk about. And a lot of times, a lot of people are sacrificial lambs. I've seen guys like Derrick Rose get ran out of his own town. How does that happen? Like, people don't like your own boy? You're my boy, D. Don't give a shit. Media don't care who you are. But it makes for interesting, sports in Chicago. Oh, he swung. Blue. Oh, Blue. I was just talking about you. My boy, Blue. Not my boy. 1-2 wants to see me struggle. He swung. What do you think? He gone. Midway through the fifth. Nada. Let's take a look at the numbers. And then one guy leaned into the ball. Unbelievable. Got a good one going.
Welcome back, top six. And the batter will be the shortstop.
Thanks for joining me, first of all. Don't forget to follow. I don't have too many followers. I go to about, realistically, I try to get to about last year, about 7-8 games a year. I've gone to 2 this year. I went to the opener, Sox won. Then I went to the game on Monday. I wanted to see Mike Trout and Ohtani, and I did see both. I was able to see both. Who's that? The cheap facilities? The Pale Hosers? The White Sox? The facilities are not that bad. Oh, I see that. Yeah, the cheap leaning. I can't read from far away. Yeah, we are pretty cheap. I know, right? This is bullshit. It's 2-0. I'm getting frustrated on the mound. I usually have my iPad and I could see the messages a little bit. What are you talking about? These guys definitely swung. What do we got here? Let me take a look. We're in the top of the 6. Banez. I'm going to go after this guy. I could get him. I don't think he could beat me. Gas. It's 3-1.
And it really looks like these hitters have been in between.
Catcher
with
wants
their
the same
timing.
pitch
They've
that I
got
do.
good fastball, excellent slider, but they've not been able to
Gas.
connect to
Oh.
one velocity and stay there.
Where was it, Blue? Now he's squeezing me. Come on.
Really good take
Everybody's
right there,
against me
and
here.
that's just mentally
Where's that
prepared,
pitch?
knowing that
Oh,
if
there's
it's
a little
not on
high.
the tee, you're going to take that pitch because you still have one more strike to work with. Not easy to lay off, but he did an excellent job in that plate appearance.
Yeah, opening day is interesting. I could talk about it a little bit. Let me step out, concentrate a little bit. I don't like to go to many opening days. I like to usually watch them at home because there's something about like the announcers and watching it on TV. But every once in a while, as I'm losing it here, getting a little tired.
Maybe losing command a little bit. After
Every once in a while I go.
pitch.
I went by myself. I like going by myself and just taking in the atmosphere, and it's really great, especially this year with, oh, God, they're squeezing the hell out of me. 2-0. Nobody out. Runner at first. Decent speed. He's not going anywhere with a big lead. This year was a very interesting atmosphere at Sox Park. It felt like everybody being locked in with the pandemic. People really let loose, and it was really, even though I don't drink anymore, I really enjoy watching other people have a good time. So everybody was there, and it's good to see the Sox Park full. And they had, like, the concourse was all full. Like, if you go to Sox Park, he gone. That's one. If you go to Sox Park, they have a concourse out in the out in the bleachers over the concourse. It's kind of a, on good big games like Cubs Sox or when we fill up the ballpark, it's kind of just a hangout for people to drink. So people were really letting loose and having a good time. It was a late arriving crowd, and it was good to see. It's always good to go to the ballpark on opening day and see everybody kind of let it all out from a long winter. So it's a good atmosphere at Sox games. So, and I went the other day where Dylan Cease did his thing against Mike Trout and the Angels. So yeah, I try to go as much as I can. The ballpark is my favorite place. I worked at Wrigley Field for he gone. Oh, I'm sizzling. I'm getting hot. He's throwing 100. Yeah, no, I worked at the ballpark because I had a weird connection growing up at Wrigley in the shadows. I worked there. I worked security for Captain Morgan Club, which was connected when it first opened up. So it was fun. I worked there 82 games a year. I worked there for 5-6 years between there and across the street at Harry Carey's Tavern. Because I love going to the ballpark. I love being in the atmosphere, even in Wrigley. I mean, Wrigley, I talk a lot of shit about Cubs fans, but it's a very special place, And Sox Park to me is the greatest place. So I go to a few Cubs games, and I got to get over it. Oh, the flip. Dive. Oh, no. I fucked it up. I tried to get over. To air. I didn't break right away, but I don't know if I could have got him. The flip, he should have. Oh, I tried to dive too. They didn't let me dive. I think.
Hey, now we got two.
Cool. Where you from? Oh, did you see that play? It was amazing. Oh, perfect. It was the no-hitter. Let me make sure they gave him a hit. I tried to dive. You think I would have got him if I dove? That would have been the greatest play ever. All right, we got a pitch out of it. So we got 2 on, 2 outs. Oh. And so where are you from, first of all, and what was the game that you went to? I'm going to bet that you went to a Yankees game. That's what I would go to if I had one game to go to. Or maybe if I was on the West Coast, I would go to, that's a tough call, a Dodger game or a Giant game. Yeah, but Wrigley is really cool. I'm one day, I work in the film industry. I was a production assistant for a long time. Worked my way up to assistant director and stuff like that. Now I'm studio mechanic. But one day I want to make a movie about Wrigley and the atmosphere. And some of the things that I went through when I was an alcoholic. And some good times, actually. Some good times and some bad times in Wrigleyville. It's a crazy place. Growing up there, I don't know. Maybe I'm different, and I just feel it a little differently. But there's a certain energy magnet there that sucks you in, whether you love baseball or love to party, keeps you there. Yeah, Giants. See, that's another. I want to. So the Sox play in San Francisco for my birthday this year, and I'm thinking about making a. Last year I went to Detroit on my birthday to watch it, so this year I might go. How was that stadium? That's one of my favorite stadiums. I want to sit in the little canoe. That's like a bucket list thing for me.
Next offering upstairs.
In Australia, that's pretty cool. Welcome in here to where I'm up early in the morning with a swing session. Oh, what happened there? I couldn't see. He knocks it down. Don't throw the ball. Don't throw it.
Not in time. He's safe.
Where are you throwing the ball to? Yeah, I love the ballpark. Is really my favorite. I fell in love with the game when I was younger. Played blah blah blah. But it's a special place to me. I always knew always some weird connection. So I even worked there afterwards.
Ricky Fuentes out of the game. We'll be back in a minute with a new arm on the mound.
Sucked me in. What's going on here? No, I'm fine. What are you doing? No. Oh, brother. He left it out there on the field. He gave everything he had. Almost had a no-hitter.
Pitcher for the White Sox, Matthew Boyd. And he's got a nice lead to work with.
If I would have dove, I would have been okay. Damn it. I pitched a good game. Boyd, you better hold this thing down. We got like a 19-run lead. Gets the W. Here on the Rick Dog Network.
Now you can turn things around, get on the right track, and probably start a winning streak from here.
And a 7-1
But it was cold. Yeah, that sucks.
For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Come back, go to Chicago, and go to Wrigley. Go to Wrigley and sit in the bleachers, and if you drink, have a beer. If not, take a one-hitter. Take a one-hitter in like I do, and it's a special place. Like a Wrigley day game, sit in the rooftop. One time, I would do it. I really want to go to San Francisco. Yeah, Wrigley is. So my favorite, excuse me, my favorite moment about working there is we used to walk. So I work security, but when it got late, the game would be over after a day game. Our busboys and our barbacks would have to take the trash through the stadium, so the stadium would be empty, and they'd have to throw it out on the other side of the field. And so you could get to walk through the stadium, being connected to the stadium. And nobody would be there. It was just like one or two security guards who kind of knew us at one point, just kind of let us, all right, it's just these idiots from the bar. They're cool. So the one day, it was, I think it was 420. We walked the garbage over. It's empty. It ended up being the evening time. Empty Wrigley Field is the most beautiful place I ever seen in my entire life. We went and sat in the seats and smoked a doobie. It was like me and three other dudes that worked at the Captain Morgan Club, and it was just Wrigley Field is the greatest place when there's no Cub fans in there. So that was awesome. It was a bucket list. And then I hope there's no cops listening. So I also knew the people that worked across the street at the Wrigley. So we used to work at the Captain Morgan Club, have a good time, and then we'd go out to like one of the rooftops afterwards and get hammered. And the one night we started hitting golf balls back into Wrigley Field, trying to aim for the pitcher's mound. We had some good times. Oh yeah, good times. It was fun. We had a lot of fun. Wrigley, Sox Park, Wrigley is fun. You could drink at all the bars and slip in and out of the park if you're smart about it. Sox Park, you get to tailgate. So they're both different but fun atmospheres. They're both on, so you could take one train, the red line, that'll take you back and forth, either one. One's on the south side, Sox, and then the Cubs are on the north side. It's an interesting dynamic. I want to swing the bat a little bit, and then I'll take a break. Thank you for joining me. I appreciate the chat. I don't get too many people Yesterday I had a heckler, so this is much better. A racist heckler.
From Guaranteed Rate Field on the south side of Chicago. Sunday baseball on the show. It's the Texas Rangers.
I hear you. I have my partner stayed in Australia for a while, so we understand. Hang in there and come listen. I'm every morning 5:30. I got your back. Try to put one in the seats here. Why is it always raining? That's classic. We need the sun to pop up. God damn it! It is really raining outside too. Hang in there.
And that's a good thing in this case, not allowing
I hear you.
runners. So on most days, he's going to go out there and compete and put his team in a position to win.
I hear
expect to see that from him in this one today.
No, they won't. They could only make you stronger. Oh, that's a shot down the line. I'm going to try to push it as he stumbles a little bit for 2. Yes! Thank you for joining, man. Hang in there. I know it's tough out there. I know the issues. And,
That's a good sound coming off the bat, man.
just hang in there. All this hopefully will be over soon. And you can get out and about and you have normal freedom and all that stuff. I know everybody's kind of locked down. Get back to normalcy. As we're rolling along here on the Rick Dog Network. As we're going to fast forward, as we have some good action here. This Myers pitch, I got a W. Still rolling. This is my rookie season here on Road to the Show. Oh, what am I swinging at? I don't know. I think we have a future superstar here. This is the first time I ever switch hit it and played both ways. So, can't lay off the junk. Very realistic. I would be swinging at anything that came up there. This guy's taking forever out there. 0-2. It's 1-2. John Gray on the mound. Pretty sure he had a stint with the White Sox. And that's a ball. 2-2. Welcome in. I hope I sound good. Kind of just set everything up and ran for it. I guess I'm communicating. Everybody's hearing me a little bit. Hearing me well enough to talk back, so thank you for listening in and following along here on the network. We're just getting everything started. Oh, I hit it well, but that's going to be just foul. Son of a gun. 2-2. A meatball. Got another one. Oh, I'm just fast. It's right down Broadway. Timeout. So the Sox beat up on the Cubs yesterday to take the 2-game sweep. Oh, man. Had so much potential that at bat. End up just chopping it to first. Thank you for joining me here. A lot of Cubs, Sox talk, Wrigley Field experiences. It's an amazing place, even though Cubs fans hang out there. They're not. That's the funny part is you work at Wrigley's. There's not real Cub fans there when they go. Like the real Cub fans are at home like Sox. Oh, what the hell are you swinging at? 0-2. Timeout. Can't lay off the heat. Real Cubs fans are at home watching the game on TV like everybody else because they can't afford. It's mommy and daddy, like all the frat boys from here and there and the tourists that are at the park. Oh, that was too high every day. That's what you learn. That's what I learned. I have a little respect for Cub fans after all that. I don't hate them as much, the real ones. So, hustles down to first. And the fifth, it's a 2-0 bad guys.
Shy Sox held in check here. They trail it here 2-0.
He's got people joining in from all over the globe.
Ricky Fuentes digs in now.
It's exciting. It's exciting stuff. What do you think? Do you think the Cubs will ever be relevant again? Nah, I'm just talking shit this morning. Because we beat them yesterday. They're so sensitive today. The Cubs fans are sensitive. Don't talk shit. The Cubs aren't good, so we can't see. That's the rules. We can't talk shit because they're not good. See, if that was the case, Cubs fans, and we'd waited till you're good to talk shit, then we'd never be talking shit because you guys, 90% of the time, you guys suck ass. So we can't wait till then. You guys suck. We whipped your ass, and we're going to whip your ass again at the end of May. Thank you for jump-starting our season. We appreciate it. They talk. See, the problem is, this is why I do it, because Cubs fans talk more shit than anybody else. Don't let them. Don't feel bad for them people. That's what and it's not getting done. 9-0 bad, guys. I can't get nothing going here. I'll probably take a little coffee break. Freshen up my coffee. Thank you for joining in. Cubs fans get salty very quickly. So now they're saying on Facebook that we can't, or whatever platform you may be on. I think this is whatever. Who gives a shit? So we're this year we're talking smack, but now they're saying, oh, you can't say anything because we're not that good. Ah, bite us. You guys chose to rebuild your stadium, your little stadium, instead of rebuild your team. Now you guys are in a fucking tank again, and we try to tell you this. I'm trying to tell Cubs fans for 40 years that your owners don't give a shit about you, and they only care about making money. But nobody believes me. Hang in there, Cubs fans. I'll be back in 5. Watch my highlights. Please. Hang in there, folks. I'll be back in 5 minutes. I'm trying to freshen up my coffee so I could keep up the energy this morning. Thank you. Thank you for joining me here on the Rick Dog Network. Hope you don't get dizzy. Oh, God. Welcome back. Why don't you just tell me the movie you want to watch? Well, sorry. I like Kramer. I like Kramer. And I like Seinfeld. This is Movie Guy. Why don't you just tell me the movie you would like to watch? Here comes the Rick Dog Network. Coming at ya. Welcome in. Had a fun morning. There's not too much sports action. It's
Case, if I can, I want to
Get
follow
out.
up on one of the most
Do
exciting
something
young
today.
players in the league. He's had a
Sox,
good run
Cubs off,
racing
I
lately.
think.
Well, I think
Cares
the
about the
biggest
Cubs.
thing that I'm seeing
Sox
is
are off.
confidence. You know, this guy
There's no
has
basketball.
developed the correct way.
Something's
He's out
happening
there,
today. Why
and
is
he's
there no
playing at a high
basketball?
level.
What
He's
am
got
I
big
missing?
time confidence,
Cinco de
mental
Mayo?
toughness, too. You don't get to
Take the
that
day
level
off
without
for
being
Cinco de
mentally
Mayo?
tough.
What
This
the
kid showed
fuck?
absolute mental toughness, and that he can play at this level and really
That's
succeed. I
hilarious.
think
Everybody's
that's
going to be
the
too
biggest thing I
drunk.
see from him right now.
Mental
I
toughness
forgot.
makes
I
you
forgot
a
what today
real
is.
go-to-hitter.
I'm no longer a
Now
drinker.
the
I got
biggest
coffee.
separator
Cinco de
for him
coffee.
is being a flash in the pan or being a long-term player in this league, and how he's going to handle the
That's funny.
adjustment the
Everybody
leagues
took
make
the day
to
off
you.
for fucking Cinco de Mayo.
And the third time they see him, right?
Well, that's the great thing about this game of baseball. It's the greatest game in the world. It's a big game of chess, right? 'Cause you're
Thank
gonna
you
have
for
success,
hanging in there.
And then they're going to watch video. They're going to figure
Following
out
along.
how to go at
Don't
you the
forget
next
to
time
follow
differently.
along.
And guess what? So it's a game of
What do we
adjustments.
want?
They
I
make an
always do
adjustment
some
to you,
sort of
you make
physical.
an adjustment to them. You're always continuously making
A
adjustments
long
to this
distance
game.
run. Look at
That's
that.
what's so beautiful about the game of baseball.
Damn it.
The old cat and mouse game
That was
that we all
three.
love.
That was a three-banger right there. Go get it. I don't understand how you could go for a long-distance run inside, but go get it. I want to see it back and forth. That's going to get monotonous. You don't want to do that. Oh, yeah. Batting leadoff, my favorite spot. Playing shortstop. Switch hitting. Ricky Fuentes. This is my Gene Honda, my early morning here in Chicago. I don't want to yell. It's just... If I hit a home run, I'm going fucking nuts. But no, I don't want to get too crazy. Here we go. Shortstop. Let me hear. Yeah, I had Australia out there earlier. That's awesome. Hang in there. Fuentes, Engel, Roberts, Yasmani, Kevin. Damn, Jose's getting old. He's batting down. Oh, Lurie's out of the lineup. Maybe he finally got sent down. Gotta keep an eye on that. I'd like to get my number 28 back. Son of a bitch. You wouldn't take an old... I gave him an old pair of Jordans for the number, and he wouldn't take it. They're classics. Patent leather. I want my number 28, Larry Garcia. Arr. Some Dominican named him Laria. That was so racist. I'm sorry.
All right, first pitch coming up. Getting the nod in this one, Shane Bieber. And saying
I was
he
trying to be
likes
funny.
pitching
Don't
it home.
rust the stage and beat me up.
Truly for him, there is
I
no
think it's
place
okay
like
because
home.
I'm
He's been
Hispanic,
so
right? I can make
dominant here.
other Hispanic.
And
I don't know.
as a teammate, you expect him when
Let me
he's
know.
at
I'm
home this
canceled,
year to
guys.
go out and
Rick,
dominate just as
time
he
out.
has. The
Just
fans expect
put
it.
somebody else
I
in.
think everyone around here knows that he's a good pitcher, even though we don't see the same splits on the road.
Here we go.
We're gonna start
I want
to
my
see that
number,
translate as
Laria.
well.
Larry. Ooh, watch out. Was almost murdered him. Last 10 games, he's been doing his thing. I feel like I've faced this guy more than, and I always talk shit, so it's funny. Justin Shane Beaver on the mound. Oh, the last time he drilled me because I kept talking schmack. Let's see if he does it again. Timeout. Justin Bieber. Who would have knew? Has a hell of a right arm. Oh, center cut, but I think it got in on me a little bit. Oh, for one. Early on, leading off. Probably could have took a couple pitches there. It's my favorite spot in the lineup is leading off. That's why I'm trying to get my speed up. Every steal by steal. I think they're going to end up putting me in that leadoff role.
We talk about guys with good speed, and definitely he has
Which is going to be okay for me.
Yes,
Here you go. Some shortstop action. As I'm just coming off a good pitching outing. Oh, Gotta hurry. Spins. He fires. He got him. We'll mark that one down in our. Hang a star on that one at. What's the time? I'm gonna make a highlight. At 1:25. Lock it in there. 1:25. I'm trying to memorize it. Don't mind me. 1:25. So it's Jim Tomei, right? 25? 1:25. We got it. It's locked in. Oh. We'll just keep that highlight rolling way back. He looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes. It's Justin Bieber hates me. Shane Justin Bieber. Yeah. It's a beautiful shot there by the Rick Dog Network. Whew, it's beautiful. Mercy. Look at that. Just picture perfect. PCI, no PCI. Put it on the board.
The next to hit, 1 for 2.
Been such a good hitter with
Well,
scoring position.
he's back on the defensive side as we're down 3-2 here in the bottom of the fourth. As we're wheeling and dealing. This is fun this morning. As our skills are starting to get up. He's starting to turn into a decent all-around ball player. It's kind of interesting to have to work the guy up from complete mediocrity. Like, I feel like I don't know. You shouldn't have to start like with my guy running like ass, you know. You should have certain things like speed and maybe some defense and then work on other things from there. You just shouldn't come in so shitty. But it's all good. We'll build it up. Buttercup. Here we go. Here's the pitch from Justin Bieber. Ball. Low. As it's 1-0. It's 3-2 bad guys. So we're tuning in to the Rick Dog Network. As that's a ball in. Runner on. He doesn't really want to put me on here, so I figure he's going to throw some bullshit right over the middle right here. I'm going to try to shot it right back up the middle. I'm a little too... Excuse me, as I was a little fast. Hold on, Justin. Settle down. Pretty boy. All right, it's 2-1. Oh, good pitch. Knuckle curve comes back for the strike. It's 3-2. We're down by a run. It's a shot. That'll at least get the job done. Hustle. I'll take it. This asshole broke his wrist trying to save a hit. Bet you that felt good, huh? Right off the wrist. Should have just let it go. All right, it's 3-3. Top of 8th. I don't know why I'm whispering like we're at the Masters. This putt should break a little to the left. God damn. Sorry, I went Cedric the Entertainer. Time. Sorry. I love Cedric the Entertainer. 13,000. Everybody stayed home, watch the Caps play. Oh, that's nasty. 0-2. Trying to be a good hitter. Trying to get on some way. Somehow. Here's the pitch. 0-2. Oh. They should have a lean-in button. No? Yes? Because I would have took the one for the team right there. That one's in. 2-2. He fights his way back in it. Come on, give in. He does not, and I do. Oh. That was kind of nasty. It looked like I don't know what it looked like. He gone. We lose. Son of a... I had a decent game, but didn't come through at the end. The rookie does not come through. Beautiful stadium in Cleveland. I've never been. I just remember it from Major League, the movie, Major League 2. I don't even think they use that stadium. It's funny. All right, shortstop. See if we can keep it going. 125. It's funny. Never gonna remember that shit I smoked. Entirely too much today. All right, here we go.
Thanks for joining.
What time is it?
Just about set and starting in this one.
All right, Zach, please, Zach. I feel like I faced these guys 900 times already. The Illinois native, he's 9-10. The Rick Dog Network wishes he was somewhere near 9-10. There we go. Big numbers from the rookie. Trying to stay hot. Oh, that pitch stays off it this time. Good eye. It's just tough. I don't know why to lay off that. Down and in him. I obviously read the scouting report. He's threw the same pitch I struck out on last game. That's a shot. Well played. Down the line they have me covered, and it's 0 for 1. Is once again playing leadoff man for the Chicano White Sox.
Man in scoring position with 2 away. And next will be the cleanup.
Shortstop. Activity, 2 outs. Runner on. There's a chopper. Settles. Fires. Nicely done. End of the first inning. Thank you for joining me here on the Rick Dog Network. Where are we from out there? Let me know. I don't know if anybody's listening. Here's Broken Wrist McGee. Noel. There's a shot. Try to get. Oh, he throws it away. Son of a bitch. Got a little excited there. Hopefully that guy doesn't come to score. Ah. E6. It's only my second air. Trying to do too much. Settle down. They did get the run. Now I'm upset. Playing terrible baseball there.
And he gets to fly beneath the radar with the other more recognizable names.
0 for 2. Hopefully I get a chance to make up for it with some runners on. Here we go. We're winning. Nice job. They picked me up. Oh. I have a Sean Dunston. I'm going to make a highlight out of that. 133. I'm going to side-by-side it with Sean Dunston action. That was very realistic. I would have done that shit in real life. It did very Sean Dunston-esque. Just fucking let me show off the arm and then fire it into the stands. Sammy Sosa style. 1 and 2. Come on.
And he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
Please sack. Delivers 2 and 2. Thank you for joining in on the network. Ah, hooks one, the first. It's 0 for 3. Not his best performance. Let's see what happens here later in the game. We have one more at bat here. The Sox are winning. That's all that matters. 5-1 lead, 2 outs here. Turn around, bat the other way. Got my early morning voice on. Sorry for whispering. Just feels more calm and relaxing. He steps out and pisses everybody off. All right, here we go. Is he going? No. 1-0. Ah! Hit well. I couldn't. I don't know. Gotta pulling off on everything. I gotta drive it. Wait for my pitch and drive it. Wait for something up too. So pitcher's pitches. So we've been playing good shortstop as I had a good razzle-dazzle play earlier. So there's a chopper. Shows off the arm. This time he doesn't throw it in to the frickin' dugout.
Well, he's doing a nice job of keeping the ball out of the air. Lets the defense work behind him with another ground ball.
5-1, good guys. So what did we have last night? Chris Paul did his thing. The Phoenix Suns go up. What was it? I think they're up 2-0 on Dallas. I think Phoenix is good. They're going to be tough to beat. Phoenix is going to be tough to beat.
tried to do a little bit too much.
And what else did we have?
Get
Miami,
big. I think his
also
swing
tough to
broke out as well,
beat.
and that's what
Philly,
caused the
and with the broken face, they're down 0-2. Can they fight back? I think they'll claw back, right? The big guy will come back and they'll get a couple. Or not. Maybe they're in too big of a deficit. But Miami definitely has the upper hand there. And then there's no basketball today, right? For Cinco de Mayo, everybody's going to get hammered. Tells you everything you need to know about society. So we continue on here. We'll play a few more games. We'll keep the party going as I'll be playing DH maybe before I get back out on the mound. I'm down to pitch one more because I pitched my last game was really well. It was a W.
And welcome in, everybody. Glad you're with us.
I almost had it like a
The
no-hitter
show
going into the
matchup of
sixth.
division rivals. It's the Chicago White Sox taking on the Cleveland Guardians.
So I'll probably pitch one more and then take a break.
First pitch coming at you right after the break.
I'm dropping shit.
Your 2023 Cleveland Guardians.
Just about ready to go. And on the mound today, a guy who will give them innings. Aaron Savali.
So here we go.
It's unique these days.
Sox and Guardians.
Type of guy.
Yeah, Boogie doesn't rely too heavily on the strikeout.
Coming your
He
way.
knows he needs to miss barrels, get some soft contact, let the defense do work behind him. And I think a guy like that can keep
It looks like I might have
Don't give hitters time to
secured
adjust or
the
think.
leadoff position.
They can move through a ball game and you look up.
Leading off
Quality start. We'll see what he's got in this one.
for the good guys. I'm a little impatient right now. Indians, or whatever the hell you call them, are struggling big time. That's 1-1.
Next pitch misses. 1-1.
That's what you want. It's a good miss.
Waiting for the pitch to drive the other way. That's not it.
1 is cut on and missed at a pitch upstairs. This one's high and
Way back.
back
He
there.
looks up. You can put it on the board. Yes.
He flexes his power with that swing, and they jump out front. It's 1-0.
He hurt him. Oh, yeah. He's having a decent series here. As the Rick Dog stays hot in here in his rookie season. I think that's 8th home run of the season. It is. We'll watch the replays. Enjoy, folks. Boom. As Larry's still here. Son of a bitch. I'm just mad at Larry because he has my number 28. I'm hoping that he retires any day now. All right, so it's 3-2 bad guys.
Definitely wants to stay out of the double play here. Ball on the
So here
ground in
comes the Rick
infield.
Dog Network with 2
Should
on,
be an
1 out.
inning-ending double play.
Top of 2.
And first off,
Good
for
cutter
him,
at the
fouled
knees. He
off.
just fights it off.
So he can move the ball
It's
around,
0-1, good
add,
pitch.
subtract, get some weak
You're looking for a
contact
double
at
play. I'm
times.
looking for something up I could
So
drive.
don't worry as much about
Oh,
his
and that's a
situation.
good
Very capable of
pitch.
getting the ground ball and getting out of this
0-2.
jam.
Timeout.
And time called at the plate. Maybe
Contemplate
trying to
life
slow
for a
things
second
down
here
here
as
in
he
the
steps
crucial
out.
spot. Angle over at second. Simmons at first. 1 gone.
He's
Up,
looking
up.
for a ground ball to get
1
a
and
double
2.
play and out of this
Finally
game.
lay off for that one. Come on. Make a mistake, big guy. Thank you for joining me here. Oh, got him. I can't. It's just nasty. Overly aggressive here with the runners on. So
Batter now.
4-2 bad guys. Another opportunity here in the 4th. Let's see what we could do with it. Ball in.
First pitch misses for ball
He's
1.
learned his lesson. Have I learned mine?
And the right-hander deals. And
It's
that's
2-0.
downstairs and outside.
Hey, see it. Hey, drive it. Here we go.
2-0.
Oh, center cut. Ah. Timeout.
Prior to the 2-1 pitch.
What was I doing there? I tried to hit that one to the moon. Just a base hit, Rick Dog.
Hey, wait for a good one and drive, and I'll pick one out.
Here we go.
This one high in the air to
A little
left
bit
center.
underneath it. That's going to be
Grounds
caught.
it on the run. And the The inning is over. The White Sox
4-2,
lead one.
bad
They
guys.
trail it here, 4-2.
Fan cam here at what the Jacobs Field? I don't know what they call it now. I'm so old. It's 4-3. I have a bomb early in the game. No outs, but a chance to produce here. Nice.
First offering is not
Vargas
close.
on the mound.
And the 1-0.
That's 2-0.
No, he's really working him away this at bat. Sometimes take a little bit off velocity. Try to get a rollover, something on the ground. Stay away
It's
from
2-0.
the pole.
Don
Right
Cooper,
side of the
2-0.
field.
Oh,
The 2-0
that was up
is
and
for a
in.
strike.
Ooh, good pitch. 2-1. Runner at first. White Sox leadoff man is up. And that's, oh, it hit me in the shin.
Close.
It did
And
not.
that's ball 3.
Timeout.
Time asks for
3-1.
ahead of the 3-1 pitch.
All right, here we go.
With no outs here.
Looking for my base hit.
Swing, and this one's bounced to the ground.
Gotta hustle.
There's one. Now to
Oh, he hits into a huge double play. My
So the batting
goodness.
order turns over. Now
4-4. I have the early home run, and I've struggled since. See if I get my pitch. I
swings,
do.
foul to the right
He's a
side.
little fast. And that's a ball going in. Big at bat here.
Not even 1-1.
In front of a small crowd as the Indians struggle here. They're 17 games under.
Gonna count 1-2.
1-2. 2-2. Trying to get on here. Here in the top of the eighth. Oh, he hung it. And he heard it way back. He looks up. And you could put it off the facade. Yes.
Just like that,
Yes.
it's 5-4.
His second bomb of the game. Yes. Mercy, folks. Oh, doctor. That gives the Sox the lead. He's all jacked up. Terry Francona is F-U-ing me. Right back at you, Tito. From one Tito to the next. Look at the hairs out there. Look at the replay. Welcome in to the Rick Dog Network, where we're hitting bombs today. Bombs all over Jacobs Field. That's a second of the day off the facade. 4-42, and it's going to be a game winner. This ball game is over. Mercy.
But you want to keep the same mindset. Let's go into the next place and let's take that series again.
Close one here today.
Low
And
five.
the final
Low five. I'm a big fan of the low five. Low five. Low five. Right there now. Low five now. What do you say now? Low five now. Woo! Look at the numbers. Look at them. Bookend home runs. A home run. K. A little fly out. A double play. And then another bomb to win it. Yes. Play one more. I think I'm pitching. Wheeling and dealing.
Optimistic. AAA, a little more than reasonably optimistic. Now I'm pretty optimistic. Done a nice job. Boy,
Thank you for joining in. I'm jacked up after that one.
It's not the season yet. It's not a career.
Thank you for joining me as we're hitting home runs all morning long.
Take it easy. Things can go wrong in a like that. Let's take it easy.
So we'll be grabbing our pitching shoes, and Rick Dog McGraw will be on the mound. Got the Pedro Martinez pitching style. He's dominant. Throws 100 plus. Don't even have my gear, so I'd probably be a little better if I had all that stuff. With the servers being down, I can't put my shoes on, or so I've got these generic BS shoes on. Whatever. Thank you for joining me. Sit back, relax, and strap it down. We have White Sox baseball.
From inside
coming your way. Thought we froze, right? Nope. This will probably be the last game. I'll take a little break, breakfast break. I'll make sure my kitty cat and everybody's good. My partner's probably be waking up soon for work. Thank you for joining me here on the Rick Dog Network. It's the first time I haven't worn a hat. Playing well. Maybe it's the hat that's been cutting off the restriction to the brain. Whatever it is. We're rolling. Rolling. Keep Rick Dog rolling. Rick Dog. That's going to be the new theme song. That's how old I am. I watch Raw. That's old. Old boots. Welcome in to the network. Strike on the inner half. He brought his good fastball today, throwing 90, 95 plus. Or 95 to 99. It's 2-1. Thank you for tuning in to the network here. This will be our last 15, 20 minutes of live air. Sorry, I don't stay on for too long when there's only one or two people here. I'll play for a little bit and make some highlights. I'm trying to get more people to join in, so follow along if you're listening in. Let's get this party started. Not that I don't mind. The one, I'll go to nobody, which I have done here for about a month. I will talk to myself. I have no problem with having a deep discussion with my intelligent being self. Welcome in. But follow along. It'd be funner if there's more people here. It'd be more fun, I should say, if there were more individuals chatting along. We had the Australian in earlier. Yesterday we had the hater. It's all good. He's welcome too, or she, or whatever you are. But thank you for tuning in as I'm wheeling and dealing on the mound here on the Rick Dog Network. Somebody stole my bag and my loadout, so he gone. Hawk Harrison's gonna hate me. He'll steal all his shit. Ain't nobody watching.
Just having a distraction, table setters on the base paths, and all of a sudden you're dealing with the number 3 hitter. Any distraction can cause you to serve up a cookie, and instead of it being a solo shot, it's a 2 or 3 run homer.
Oh, chopper.
To the right side, and he grabs it in foul ground. Left-hand hitter waits. And ball 1.
It's 1-2. Here's the yacker. He gone. That's not where I wanted it, but it works anyways. Has anybody seen my sunglasses? I haven't seen them all game since I walked out of the clubhouse. I had them earlier this morning. Welcome in, Kong.
He provides a surprising amount of pop from the second base position.
Listen, that's not something to take lightly. Getting that kind of production from the guys up the middle, it's not a strength of most lineups.
And what does that do for a team when you get power from unexpected
Welcome into
spots?
the network. Sorry, I just got a message. Thank you for joining me here.
It just energizes that entire team.
Kicks and fires. And fouled off.
It's 0-2 here in the bottom of the second. Nothing.
And a pitch.
There's
With the shift on, pitch right.
change up. There's a chopper. Easy out there. 1 down.
Bottom of the second.
As Larry Garcia has my shoes and my jersey. When he retires, I'm taking both.
Someone that you might not describe as having
Can
elite
bet on
level
that shit.
speed, but he can absolutely move, and it is a factor in his game. On the ground to
As he
third.
dives, just don't throw it.
Kicks off
Hold
his
it.
glove. He
Put my
decides
hands
to
up.
hold on to it, and he's on it first.
Well, no waiting around right there.
Base
He
hit.
was ready to swing it on the first
All
pitch.
right.
And now
Cancel
they've got
the
some speed
post-game
on
show.
first, so we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Ronald
Strike. 0-1.
stands in now and lets that one go for a strike. Next offering is down low.
Well, with the amount of pitches that can end up in the dirt, a good secondary lead doesn't have to get
high
away
heat
from the
at
catcher.
101.
If you're anticipating
Let's go with the
based
same
off the
pitch. Let's see what the
trajectory,
catcher calls right
get
here.
yourself into scoring position.
The same pitch. We're on the same page. Gets a piece of it. I'd go with the curveball. As does he. He gone.
Strikes.
As me and Rundle think very much alike. I noticed.
Francisco Mejia coming up to hit.
The catcher, Francisco Mejia.
Here we go. Runner at first, 2 outs. Start him off with the breaking ball.
They say it went.
0-1.
Second inning here, no score.
Very similar pitch, maybe a little lower.
And it's
1-1.
1-1.
This is our new manager. I think it's Snyder. He wants me to check on the runner at first.
Pick
Oh,
off to first.
close now.
Rosarena dives back.
I have 1 pickoff on the season, I think, which is impressive, I think. I don't think I've ever picked anybody off before. It's a
Swing and
good,
miss.
hard
That is
strike.
two.
He
I
wants
guess
me to
you
go
throw it that
back,
hard,
maybe
you
a pitch
can
out here.
get away with
Yeah.
locations like that right down the middle, but I still think
Go
it's a
quickly.
dangerous pitch. Don't want to do it
Nothing.
again.
Fish ain't biting. Now, let's see what they got going on here. It's a game of cat and mouse, and it's a very close game here early on. They know a lot of runs will not be scored in this game, so
Pickoff throw. A Rosarena back easily. No score here in the second.
2-2.
Next offering is downstairs.
3-2 with 2 outs.
Great RBI spot here.
Runner
Just
on.
gotta stay focused on the pitch. The runner will be in motion, so
Quickly
something in
here.
the gap should definitely
As he
score.
dives,
To the right
foul
side.
ball.
Fuentes.
As he'll be
Backs
running
over
here on a
to
full count.
Rosarena. Gets back easily. Swinging a foul ball.
Fights it off, stays
At the
3-2.
plate, he'll do it again.
Thank you for joining here on the Rick Dog Network. It's a pretty big pitch here.
The 3-2
Oh.
off the outside edge, and that is ball 4.
Well, that's a nice job.
Runner in
of
scoring
that at
position.
bat. Saw a lot of pitches and ends up drawing the walk. Very gritty.
Took to a board in 2 outs, scoreless game. Manuel Margot up to the plate.
1-0.
Next pitch downstairs, and it's 1-0. Next one misses, and the count is 2-0.
2-0. Struggling a little bit.
And a pitch. That's off the mark,
Oh.
and that's ball 3.
That's where you want it. It's a good miss.
The right-hander
As
goes
it's
up
ball
for 2 out.
4. Bases juiced, 2 outs.
Bases full.
Our number
And
9
now the
hitter
center
up.
fielder, Brett Phillips.
And Boog, I'd say he's
First
due.
pitch,
In
strike.
there, and it's 0-1.
Get me over change. Strike
Next
2.
offering is in for a strike.
Love how vocal the umpire is today. No doubt. In the hitter's mind, catcher's mind, and even
Oh.
the pitcher's mind.
Whew,
Guys,
almost
you
threw
know,
a wild
conviction
pitch
in the
there.
call.
Trying to pitch out of it.
The pitch. And it's
Oh, just foul.
That was
That would have been
close.
bad. Here we go. He chops it. Easy play at second. Yes. Pitches out of it. Can't find my sunglasses. It's bright in here because of the lights. Oh, well. Whew. Pitch out of that one. As we fast forward here.
Jonathan VR up to hit.
Fantastic. Let's go.
The right-hander back to work. And a swing and a miss.
0-1.
He needs a quick 1-2-3 this time around. Last inning, threw a lot of pitches.
0-2 as he
0-2.
Man, he really sells the changeup with that arm action.
And a swing.
He gone.
One gone here.
He came out of his mechanics there. Typically he likes to shoot the ball the other way, but that time, a little anxious.
As we're just wrapping it up here in this early morning swing session here on the Rick Dog Network. As I had a good outing earlier this morning, and I had a no-hitter going into the sixth. I ended up getting the win. So this one I pitched into some trouble, but I'm pitching well. I've been hitting bombs. I got a game-winning home run in the last game, second home run in the game. So the Rick Dog Network doing his thing this morning. We'll take a little break. I'll chop it up, do some editing, try to get some more people to come watch me. I think we have a fun program here on the Rick Dog Network. So probably the last 10 minutes or so. Thank you for joining me here. Appreciate it. Some people chimed in. All about it, good or bad. I'll take your criticism. I can take it. If you think the Sox suck, let me know. I'll still talk to you. I won't like you, but I'll still talk to you. And that's right up the chute. And that'll be 2 down here in the bottom of the third. And here in the juice box, Tropicana.
2 outs, base is empty. Austin Meadows next to hit for the Rays.
0-1.
For strike one.
Austin Meadows started him off with 100 miles per hour. That's the same pitch. 0-2, 99.
Well, he didn't like those first 2 pitches. Now in
Good
an
morning.
0-2 hole, he's gonna have to battle
Good
if he
afternoon.
makes a mistake. One guy that was really
And good
great
night.
once the count
He gone.
Swing and a miss. Struck him out.
Well, and the third. Woo-wee. We're dogs excited after that one.
Still no score.
So we'll fast forward.
Bottom 4. Here's a big
Still
power
nothing.
Brandon
Battling it out here in the juice box. Right back at him. Quickly.
Over to Abreu, and one gone in the 4th as they get the leadoff man.
So it's 1 down here in the 4th. I field my position very well. I'm a two-way sensation. Play shortstop on my other. I'm a shortstop, switch hitting shortstop, and a right-handed pitcher every 5th day. Future superstar, or current superstar, just a young rookie sensation. Sox starting to play a little better here in virtual land and in the real world. Hopefully they could piggyback off of kicking the Cubs' ass the last couple days and turn it on. Their 3-game winning streak. Taking on Boston. I don't think they're doing anything too spectacular now, but it's a big name. And there's the 3rd. The play, nicely done. 2 down here, bottom of 4. As we hit the 2-hour mark. Have about another 5 minutes left here, depending on how long this one goes. I'll be wrapping it up. It's a good early morning grind here. Road to the show. This is my rookie season. Played 1 full season in minors, and then I got called up midway through the 2nd season. So kind of finishing this season up. dominating, though. For a young guy I didn't put any money into him, so run a clean program here.
The wind of the pitch.
Playing on all-star pitching. I'll probably wait till he wins like a rookie year or something like that and probably turn it up.
And a curve misses outside.
I'll go up every year until I'm playing on legend. Try to keep it as real, because I hate the fact that they start us at frickin' 50. All right, I'll balance your 50 out with, put it on veteran or something like that, you know, until I get a little better. And the numbers like all right, you're hitting 60 home runs or about to, something like goofy like that. Then I'll change it. Keep it as realistic as possible. That's me. And then when I hit, I caught a little criticism yesterday for hitting with no PCI, which I didn't know that was a thing. I played this game for a lot of years, so I go zone hitting and I turn everything off. Strike zone off, hot zones off, everything off, because that feels like the most realistic to me. And I think it's harder to hit without it. But let me know what you think. Am I cheating? He says somebody told me it was easier. Which maybe I'm wrong. I don't know. All that crap used to get in my way. It made things more difficult. It's not realistic either. I like kind of a realistic simulation type of play here, so that's why I throw 102 miles per hour. Every pitch. As it's 1-2 here, bottom of 5. Mejia leading off. Oh, just a few inches out. It's 2-2. Oh, fish ain't biting on a change. Full count to the number 7 hitter as he hammers it, but foul, I feel like. Thank goodness. All right. That was not a great pitch. Tries again. Fouls it back. 101 miles per hour. It's getting hotter as the game goes along. My perks get activated. It usually picks up steam. There's a change. Fouls it back. So good battle brewing here. Been staying away. Now I jammed him. Nicely done. 1 down. Bottom of 5. Cruising along. It's 0-0 here on the Rick Dog Network. Road to the show. This early morning swing session. It's about 8 a.m. It's about 8 o'clock. I haven't looked at the Central Daylight Saving Time. Let's stall him out for a second. Close some things. All right, here we go. Start him off with a breaking ball. Try to keep it down. Oh, stayed up. Equally as effective. That was a good pitch. I didn't hang it. I just kind of spun it in the wrong spot. Up is in a zone all the way at that spot is not a bad spot there. Here's another breaking ball. Whoa. 1-2, 1 out. He knows what he wants, Grandal, and he keeps asking for it. Fish ain't biting. 2-2.
Now 2-2.
Nubs it. It's 2-2. As they're making me work here in this inning. I'm up to 80 pitches. Trying to put them away here. There's base hit. That was a really good at bat.
Only 2 hits allowed so far tonight, Boog, so I don't think that one will disrupt his momentum all that much.
And that's it, folks. Yeah, I was running out of gas there. I don't blame him. So that was a good run here this morning. Thank you for joining me here on the Rick Dog Network, as we're going to go ahead and call it a morning. I think I'll be back on later. I'll do some editing, make some highlights, as I had a few big-time moments here in this early defensive plays, pitching performances, game-winning home runs, multi-home run games. So, basically when we wake up in the morning, we're pissing excellence here on the Rick Dog Network. So long, folks. Till the next time. I'll be back on later. If not, I'll be on same bat time, same bat channel tomorrow morning, 5:30 in the morning always. Don't forget to follow me. Don't forget to tune in. every morning, 5:30. Thank you so much. Good day.